Sad to see you leave. Sister Wives Janelle Brown finally reveals why she returned to Flagstaff after welcoming new family member amid Coyote Pass drama. Sister Wives star Janelle Brown finally revealed why she returned to Flagstaff after her long journey to North Carolina, sharing new details amid the continued Coyote Pass scandal and welcoming a new family member into the tense saga. Although Sister Wives Season 19 will pick up with Janelle still living in Flagstaff prior to her big move, she's been documenting her life in real time on her Instagram. After her 30-year marriage to Coyote Brown, Janelle was ready to leave him and their area, hopeful to be ready for the next chapter of her life with her kids close by. In a new series of Instagram posts, including a grid post and a story, Janelle revealed that she returned to Flagstaff recently to finally move the last of her things away from the family homestead. "I have had one last storage unit in Flagstaff. It was a lot of the little things that just didn't fit into the U-Haul," the Sister Wives star shared, thanking friends for bringing the extra help. Excited for a road trip on her own, Janelle's friends revealed they may be sad for her to leave, but are so proud and happy for the progress she's making. Although Janelle made it clear in recent posts that she's happily settling down in North Carolina, where she and her daughter Madison Brush co-own Tata Farms, she's also ready to finally rid herself of the drama that her home in Flagstaff brought about. Janelle's time in Arizona wasn't all bad, but the memories from the end of her years with the Brown family likely linger on, with some of her belongings still living in a storage unit in Flagstaff. After finally settling into her home in North Carolina, Janelle was likely ready to move forward with her life. With her belongings finally packed, Janelle will have a road trip on her own to think about what's happened in her life in recent years. While she'll surely reflect on the tragic passing of her son Garrison Brown, Janelle will likely also be focused on the way she's been able to move forward after her marriage to Coyote came crumbling down. With Janelle getting so much time to think and realize that, with Coyote Pass not materializing, she's finally out of Arizona for good, the trip will likely be a great thing for her. While Janelle may be ready to put the past behind her, she's going to be doing a lot of reflecting as the last of her belongings from Flagstaff make their way to North Carolina with her. Though Janelle is always doing her best to move forward, it may take some time for her to sort through the emotions of finally moving her things away from the longtime Brown family home. Janelle may hold more emotional weight in Flagstaff than she realized, and the Sister Wives star could be thankful for the time to reflect on her life moving forward. Janelle Brown stood at the edge of Coyote Pass, the wind catching strands of her golden hair as she looked over the dusty terrain that had once symbolized hope, unity, and fresh beginnings. The spring sun was warm, but it did little to melt the frost that had settled in her heart over the past few months. So much had changed since she had first driven away from Flagstaff, back then, with tears in her eyes and a heart full of uncertainty. She thought she might never return. But here she was again, and this time she wasn't alone. Cradled against her chest in a cozy blanket was the reason for her return, a tiny bundle of joy with round cheeks and curious eyes. Her new granddaughter, Lily Grace. Maddie had given birth a few weeks ago, and Janelle had been with her every step of the way in North Carolina. The moment Lily was placed in her arms, Janelle felt something awaken in her, something maternal, primal, and deeply comforting. But while her heart was full in North Carolina, a pull, an ache, lingered in the background. Flagstaff still held pieces of her story. Pieces she wasn't ready to abandon just yet. "I didn't think I'd come back," Janelle admitted in a candid video shared to her social media. She was seated outside her RV, the Arizona landscape behind her unchanged, but her demeanor clearly different. But sometimes, closure doesn't come when you want it. It comes when you need it. In the video, Janelle talked openly about the real reason she returned to Flagstaff. It wasn't just about checking on her plot at Coyote Pass, though she confessed it broke her heart every time she saw how untouched the land remained. It wasn't about seeing Coyote either, though that was inevitable. It was about finding resolution, about reclaiming peace. "There are ghosts here," she said, "not the spooky kind. The kind you carry with you, whether you want to or not." For years, Coyote Pass had been a dream Janelle clung to even as the other wives let it slip further and further from their vision. She had envisioned a small home on her portion of the land, a garden, a place where her kids could always return. But the dream had become tangled in conflict, tension, and unspoken resentments. When Cristin left, something inside Janelle cracked too. Then came her own separation from Coyote, and that dream, like so many others, seemed to crumble. Yet standing there with Lily in her arms, Janelle saw the land differently. It wasn't failure. It wasn't loss. It was unfinished. She wasn't there to rebuild her marriage. That chapter had closed, and she was at peace with it. She was there to reconnect with herself, to reflect on everything she had learned, and maybe, just maybe, to plant a seed, both literal and emotional, that would grow in time. But her return didn't go unnoticed. Robin was the first to hear of Janelle's reappearance and reportedly told a family insider she felt blindsided. The ongoing tension between the two had never truly been resolved, and Robin's connection to Coyote had only deepened the rift. Coyote, meanwhile, was said to be surprised but indifferent, though sources claim he was spotted driving near Coyote Pass the same day Janelle arrived. Whether it was a coincidence or a silent gesture, Janelle didn't say. What she did speak about, however, was the drama that still surrounded Coyote Pass. There was so much potential here, she said, voice tinged with sorrow. But it became a battleground, a symbol of everything that went wrong. While some fans speculated she returned to push forward development on her lot, Janelle made it clear she wasn't looking to stake a claim. "I don't need a house here anymore," she said. "I needed peace, and this is where I lost it. So this is where I came to find it." The timing of her return, so soon after welcoming a new family member, wasn't lost on viewers. Many took to social media to express admiration for Janelle's strength. One fan wrote, "It takes guts to return to the scene of so much pain right after becoming a grandma. She's showing her granddaughter what true resilience looks like." Indeed, Janelle's presence in Flagstaff has stirred more than just old memories. It's reignited conversations among the other wives, especially Mary, who has remained in a kind of limbo emotionally and geographically. Sources suggest Mary reached out to Janelle shortly after her return, and the two even met for a quiet lunch downtown. "It was like seeing an old friend you hadn't realized you missed," Janelle said simply. The lunch, according to insiders, was bittersweet. They reminisced, laughed a little, cried a little. There was no talk of the past men or failed promises, only of the future and how it still held possibilities, even if it looked different than what they once imagined. "I want to show Lily that healing doesn't always mean forgetting," Janelle said at the end of her video, her eyes misty. "Sometimes healing means going back, picking up the pieces, and deciding which ones are still worth keeping." She stayed in Flagstaff for just under a week, long enough to walk the land, visit old friends, and have one final conversation with herself. Then she packed up, kissed the red earth goodbye, and returned to North Carolina, to Lily, to Maddie, to the new chapter she was writing. But before leaving, she planted something on her lot at Coyote Pass. A single lavender bush. "It's symbolic," she smiled. "Lavender is for calm, for grace, for healing. If it grows, it grows." And that's all Janelle ever really wanted. Growth. Peace. A place where love didn't need to be fought for. As the sun set behind the mountains and Janelle's RV disappeared down the long road away from Flagstaff, one thing was clear. She wasn't running anymore. She was ready. And though it was sad to see her leave, it was beautiful to see her return on her own terms.